I would love to see block parties. Like I feel like there are some, but like
I would
I'm
say
not sure.
DJ Spinner's the only one left in New York.
Oh, like I would love to see a Jackson family block party.
Oh,
Like
I would be
all
beyond
their
happy.
music.
Even if they have it in Gary, Indiana, that'd be so fire.
That's what I was thinking.
That's what it
Like,
should be.
yeah. Especially if they do their hopefully they do that museum there. Like long overdue for a Jackson family museum. Well, I know they're talking about Michael, but I would love to see a Jackson family museum. Like kind of show where it all started, the background, the origins.
They have a mini one at the Hard Rock.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That one's actually really nice. And they got all the Jacksons, all 9 of them. Oh, and their parents.
Yep, they've got Joe and Catherine.
It's really nice.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Child. Asking you and you shall receive, huh?
Right.
She's right. Like, it took a second, but
took like 2 years.
Yeah, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh snap! What's up, Serena? What's up, lovely butterflies? Oh my gosh, Mr. Mad. Okay, hello.
Oh, this was the guy that went to the I think he went to one of the CinemaCons and he was giving us the rundown.
Oh, okay, you got a good memory. Okay. Oh. All right. So, Tori, do you want to, I guess, go back in time when you said, "Hey, Carol, what's up, y'all?" Ooh-wee. Do you want to go back in time and explain what was your thoughts then and what was your reaction now? I mean, we're not going to get deep into the Black Party thing because that's a whole different slide. But just since that was the intro.
Well, I can't. I would say probably was 2022, 2023 when it was 2022 because we were like on the last day. And I have been thinking, oh man, how cool would it be for a Jackson family block party? Because we have the Michael one in New York. Well, before it was just like the Michael one, Brooklyn Loves MJ. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
But I was thinking, how cool would it be to have one for the entire Jackson family? And I was just thinking, like, maybe one put on by fans or something like that. We could get in some area blocked off, or I don't know. And you had mentioned Gary. That was one of the location thoughts that I was thinking. Or something else, just to play like the Jacksons' music and stuff and celebrate the family. So, getting this news that we were getting the block party, I said, ain't no way. Ain't no way. I know I have been saying this. I have been thinking it. I might have even wrote it down. Ain't no way. And I had forgot that I was wanting it so bad because it was kind of one of those things where it was like, it wasn't like at the forefront. It was just like, oh, it'd be nice to see this happen. You know what I mean? And then boom, the stuff that you don't think is gonna happen, that'd be the stuff that happened.
I have to admit, I couldn't believe that this is happening so close to when it was mentioned. Don't even know if they saw this live. Maybe, sometimes people are on the same way. I mean, that was a long time ago when that was said. So I was like, oh, okay. Works for me. But we will definitely talk more about, give me 1 second. I'm still formatting slides. I've never had. By the way, let me recap where the hell I've been. I've been gone for a minute. So some of you guys know I'm on Gadget Trish like full force.
Mm-hmm.
And luck would have it that finally I'm in the daggone algorithm. So I've never worked so hard in my life. Plus, I go to work almost every single day now. Not my calling. So far I've been to work 9 days in a row. Plus going to movies because I'm in the comic space. Plus, it's a lot. It's a lot. Plus doing all these lives. And for those who are on the Gadget Trish, it's the same thing, but harder because I'm in a space that I'm not an expert in. So I have to learn from scratch. But I'm picking up quick because, I got a weird brain. I retain the most random stuff. So, yeah. So I'm literally formatting these slides right now because I was like, I can't delay this anymore because we have another live tomorrow on Gadget Trish. But thank y'all. Some of y'all have came over to the other channel. But don't come to the other channel if you're not a comic head. Like, no, don't do it to yourself. But if you are, come on through. Hey, what's up, Jeff? Oh, thank you. That's not in my slides, so I'm going to mention that now. TJ going to have in the studio August 10th, Zoom, 10 a.m. California time, which is 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, about his new song. Thank you for $25. Thank you, Carol. I did not have it in the slide. Thank you. And actually, this whole section here that we're doing is called Recap. So that TJ's definitely in there. I don't know why I have that in there, but follow Jackson source. I'm like, there's nothing there. I'm sure the slide is broken. All right. So if you guys haven't been following, 3T has been in Europe, crushing it. I had no format, the love they've been given. Listen, some of us US fans know how big they are. If you guys have not seen any of my interactions, even though I wish I was a lot calmer, but you could tell by my excitement. I remember I did a live with Taj. It was just video, and before he got here, I was like, "Oh my God!" Like it's a big deal. It's a big deal. And then they're so humble and so whatever, so gracious, so like, yeah, some of us admire us. Ain't no some. Did you see the footage with them with the 3T guys in Europe?
Like the performance?
Yes, the highlights. I mean, Tara put some on Jackson source. Everybody's putting up posts. Some people were screaming to be in Europe and to experience it in that way. Like I've always wanted to see 3T and the Jacksons in Europe because I just wanted like see it the way I feel it.
Yeah, they're more. Well, the one Jackson concert I went to with you, they were hype, but I would say the overall reception of the Jacksons over here in the US is not like the one in Europe.
We need to go to Europe.
It's like they really, 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 really respect that family. And it's like so few of us over here who aren't 3T fans.
We're spread out. We're spread out very thin. Very, very thin. What happened? Hold on. Because I'm not quite on. You guys. So it's like, I know we exist in the US to that level, but where the heck are we? like where is that? Because every time I do station heads for like TJ or Taro, it's always people from Europe in my head, in those rooms. So it's like, that's why I do my live so early to accommodate them. So I know that fan base, and that's European deep out there. So, I've been watching IG stories about 3T live performances from Moscow and France. I also watched the full concert. Oh, there's a full concert. Do we need to have a watch party about this?
Perhaps.
There's a full concert. That's the only disadvantage of being on the other channel. I'm so out the loop. Like I know a little bit, but not like my normal. I'm like so behind, but I'm slowly catching up. I'm like I said, I catch up with things quick. I just needed my work schedule to go back to normal. It goes back to normal exactly in 3 days. So I go back to 5 days a week instead of 9 days or 14 days in a row or 6, 2 days off. I'm sure once I get 2 days off, I could be more balanced. I'm very out of balance right now. But shout out to Hector Bajor. He got what we call a unicorn of a picture. If you ever have a picture with all three original members of 3T, you are the unicorn of the community. It is close to impossible.
You
Close
won.
to impossible. Does anybody in this crowd have a picture with all three members at the same time? I know I don't. Like me and Tori, we saw Tara on the stage, but we didn't get a picture. And of course, I met Taj and TJ, but I don't even have a picture with those two together. And they were at the same Thriller party with me.
I keep forgetting I met Taj because I didn't get a picture. Because he was with, okay, to be fair, we got tipped off that they were out in like a lobby area, the whole family that was at the event. And so we booked it because I'm trying to get a not to just like meet him or anything. I was like, I need to get this flyer to Taj. I have to get it to Taj. That was my main goal, to get it. So we're running. They taking a family picture. We hid behind a pillar. We waited to scope out the scenery because he literally had his babies with him, and his wife was there. And at the time, his youngest was like newborn. So I was like, I'm gonna just wait and see if he's okay with us going up to him. He started talking to another fan, so I said, okay. But since I was just there solely for the flyer and his family was around him, I didn't even ask for a picture. I was like, all right, well, have a good night. But I'm still hoping I get a chance to get a picture.
I know what you mean. So there was a time where the first time I went to the Havenhurst Thriller party, and CJ was with Rio, and Rio was a little bit younger. And I felt so like, should I talk to him? He got his son with him. Should I? Like, you tread lightly when at least I do when they're with their kids. You're like, But I spoke to TJ, and then way later on that night, once Rio was gone, then we asked for a picture because I'm like, when they would think, and you could tell TJ was very concerned about his son because he kept making sure he was good. So I was just like, he was doing Papa Bear, like, yo, that's my mini me. Well, actually, TJ got two mini me's. Well, actually, almost all his kids look just like him. But anyway,
they are.
I was like, but one of his mini me's. And I'm like, I don't blame him. I'm like that with my cousin's children. I'm like, oh no, we're not doing this. Or my nieces and nephews. I'm like, Mama Bear mode.
Y'all, she's like that with me too.
I was like, what are we doing? So I was just like, but hopefully you get to see Taj again. Hopefully we'll get to see all three of them. I've never even had that. I was like, one day. But hold on, I'm still formatting. Give me 1 second. Actually, what's the next slide while I'm still trying to format this out? I love TJ's post. You could tell he was appreciating the appreciation.
Yeah.
He was posting. I love to see celebrities more on the humble side because then it's like, oh, y'all feel how we feel when I call it hit a milestone or something like something special. Like every little thing I appreciate about everything. So somebody shares a video, like Serena should be doing tweets showing us love. I appreciate those little things because those are not little things. You took time out your day to say, hey, I appreciate your channel, so I'm going to spread it around. So these are the moments I said, oh, they feel the way we feel it. There are many concerts. Yeah, so I didn't see Hector's thing. Hopefully I'm going on staycation very soon. I hope to catch up with everything. I'm even behind on my girls, MJ Fangirls videos. I have a lot to catch up on. Like I need to have just a Jackson family day and catch up with everyone's stuff. Hector's, MJ Fangirls. My gosh. Tasha's so funny and a prankster. As I heard, I met all 3T in 2018 and Tito. Love them all. Now that's really cool. That's beyond awesome.
That's so cool.
I think I might be going to Vegas next year. I hope that I get to see the MJ1.
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about that.
Well, let me see if I can get this out. Because for some reason, Canva, when you do something on your iPad and then go to the computer, you have to reset it. So I'm going back and forth, going back and forth. I'm like, come on. It's telling me that the file's too big to go into a slideshow. So I'm like, wow. TJ has a new song. If you guys are not aware, you could also sign up for his newsletter. You will literally get the tea there first. If you're on the newsletter, you know what he's doing. Like Carol mentioned, the Zoom session for in the studio. Those are the kind of things you'll get. Now, of course, he does promote it on his Instagram, but I find the newsletter, you'll get some thoughts, how he feels. Like Tito, not Tito, well TJ is one of those people, like when he writes something, it's just so relatable and just like so grounded. Like, I don't know. I just love reading TJ's newsletters, you know?
I literally don't know if I got the newsletter. I had to like search it up.
Hopefully.
Wait, there was merch? Did I miss the sale?
By the way, speaking of the sale, today's the last day.
Trish.
No, we have one more day. Like, we have one more day. So if you get TJ's newsletter, there is a code to get 10% off merch. Today's the last day. I don't know if it's in that. Because you see how scrambled this is? I was like, I don't even know if y'all could see it. So, no, there's still one more day. Y'all got this. You had that energy like, oh, I missed it. So I was like, no, one more day.
Ooh, okay.
All right.
I know I don't need to buy anything, but
I do know I want something specifically that I've always wanted. So I'm hoping I have enough money on my card to get it. Because I said I know what I want from TJ. I've wanted since it is. So if there's something you wanted from TJ's merch store, and I have a lot. I have the necklace, I have the hat, I have vinyls, I have CDs, I have pretty much it all. But there's one thing I'm missing. So got to get that.
Fun fact, y'all. He has gift cards on there.
Nice.
You could give a digital gift card to your friends, your family, Trish, me. That might be a good giveaway.
True.
Like, since it's like digital online, that way you wouldn't, maybe you have to mail something out or anything.
That is so true.
And then they could just kind of get what they want.
That is true. Girl, I really hope that happens for you. Because I know Serena is a big fan. Like, big.
Well, Serena, you should do in the studio if you can. I feel like that would be like a really good opportunity for you.
Every time he does in the studio, I'm at work.
Really?
Yeah. Well,
I forget you work that.
Shout out to my awesome boss. They finally hired 2 people. I don't think they realized I was working so many days in a row. And then when they found out, they were like, "Oh, you didn't have to do that." What? Like, I'm in charge of it. Like, if the numbers drop, that reflects on me. I have to do that because I want to keep my job. It's like, what? If you have not seen the Janet Jackson residency, this is the last call. September is it. So make it happen. Hey,
I want to go back so bad.
What's good?
Rocky. How's Mike and Phoenix?
See, me and Serena's on our same page. We are after the same thing.
Wait. Oh.
I was like, yes. Long ago, 3T, I was able to call. Then I met TJ. He recognized my voice. Oh, that's cool. Hey, T, what's good? What's good? All right. As a 3T fan, your spot is pushing for Brotherhood 30th, especially after Tito's death, passing of 2020. I'm just making stuff up. Passing what? Forgive me, I'm exhausted, tired and exhausted. We're exhausted
I
right
was
now.
like, wait, where's she reading that?
I was like, what? But
Trying
read the
to
tweet, y'all. I can't even get it out.
rally the troops, flood streams and socials with shares, organized fan playlists, or virtual listening parties. Petition. Oh, it's saying petition. I thought it was telling us the petition is to show more. I was like, what? But oh yeah, when's the anniversary again? Because we got Brotherhood. So we just January we did Identity 20, and then there's Brotherhood 30, but there's also 10-year anniversary of Chapter 3. So this whole year, I guess the fives or no?
Well, a lot of
Yeah,
things,
the fives are kind of
I feel like a lot of things didn't pan out. So we could focus on them. We'll get back to what didn't pan out. But we really could focus on them. This is why I put a lot of 3T stuff, because I feel like we should focus on them. There's no more distractions at all.
right.
Speaking of Papa T, look at this little spotlight. Make sure you're following Tito Time, Tito_time 15. They post some really cool exclusive stuff from time to time. We don't ever want to forget about Tito, like, yeah. Because I'm like, So tickets are available for This Is Thriller. It starts at $50. A lot of you guys have already hit me up that you'll be going. So you can't beat this price point. I don't want to hear, it's too much. It's too much. This is affordable. I'm not playing with y'all. Now, I will say this. I do understand money being tight. That I 100% relate to. I don't know if you guys noticed. I have been nowhere this year. I have been in New York this whole time. And more likely it's staying that way. So I'm like, I get it. So if you've ever went to California, I don't know if we had a vlog, but I know we spoke about all the things we did in a matter of 2 days. We went to the Beta Cafe. We went to Neverland. We went to, of course, This Is Thriller. We went to play tribute to Tito. We had a Daniel's burger. This is all in a matter of 2 days.
Oh yeah, that was probably so far. That's my favorite California trip.
That was good.
So good.
Look, see, this one's surviving on bread and water. The struggles were.
That's what they used to tell me. People eat in jail just bread and water.
No, listen. If you're really broke, and if you have Whole Foods in your area, get a pound of what do they call it? Organic chickpeas. You can make falafels out of that. You can make a nice little stew out of that. You can make hummus. Like someday, actually, I'm a vegan, so that's like legitimately one of my favorite proteins to consume. And they're not too hard on my kidneys. I'm like, no, you can make so much out of chickpeas. And it's $3 and it's organic. And then Whole Foods now has these 50% things around the store. I got 50% off for the dog for her meat. I've gotten dishes out of there. I had a burrito the other day. So don't sleep on Whole Foods. And of course, Trader Joe's and Aldi's is affordable all the time. If you have stores like Food Town has a clearance rack. I got me 3 tomatoes for $1. Like, just look around. So if you're really broke, for $10, I would suggest getting a bag of onions, at least a pepper, beans. And if you don't have any oil, you're gonna have to have some oil, but not really. I actually air fry my falafels now, but then you have to have an air fryer, so there's that. But the point is, please, don't do bread and water. Maybe beans and water, but not bread and water. Yeah, Aldi. I actually used to work at Aldi's. It's it was a unique experience. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. But we were going to get into the birthday events. I'm sure I missed something. So if anybody remembers anything that I didn't mention, please just put it in the chat. I did this in like 20 minutes. So I confirmed with Renee. If you're in New Jersey, head over to Atlantic City, and it's going to be at the Boat House Hotel, the MJJ5 exhibit. It is a fan-driven exhibit. That is the last weekend. I don't know if she's doing Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but if nothing else, reach out to her. That what do you call it? The Instagram handle right there, and ask her when's her last day. But for the 29th, I confirmed that she will be there. And for those who don't live in Atlantic City or near it, the bus tickets become more and more money as you wait to book your bus ticket. So please book it as quickly as possible so you can get the cheapest price possible. For New York, that same day you have a tribute roller skate. So that could be really, really cool, especially if you're from Brooklyn. MJ1, because there's so much going on, from what I can tell, they took away the brunch, correct?
For MJ1?
Yeah, or is it there? Because I just saw everything like 5 seconds ago. I didn't have time to read all that. That's why I just literally screenshot and threw it up there.
No, something's different with the brunch this year. Because
okay, the brunch is still there. Okay.
Wait, is the link gone for it? The link must be no, it's still there. Yeah, something's different. We gonna get into it. But they're calling it like a reception. And it won't be as early in the morning. It'll be like 12 or something like that. But the fact that the link is still there lets me know that, because there was something I peeped because I went to look at the link, and typically that link is shut down within 30 minutes to an hour because people are like signing up so much and everybody's like, the link is out, the link is out, the link is out. This year I did not get any messages. The link is out, the link is out, the link is out. I happened to wake up, seen the post. The post was like almost had sat there for almost an hour. I'm like, that link probably closed. I said, well, let me go see anyway. I looked, the link was still open. What I noticed this year, you can't add a guest. You sign up for yourself.
No, I think that was the last year too, right? No, maybe.
Last year you had one guest and you put their information in there.
Okay.
But this year there's no option. It's just like ask you your email, name, number, and if you're going. So maybe that's why, because some people would like, I remember somebody telling me they had it up to 10 people that you could have. So I think some people were like clicking that they will be bringing 10 people with them, or 10 people in a whole, including themselves. And then just to like reserve spots for friends. And then they would take up all the spots on the link or whatever. But I don't know if that's why the link is still open this year, or if, honestly, I think the block party thing got everybody's attention.
Yeah, but I know some fans will not be able to go to that block party because it's not like Cali or Vegas and you can go all on your own. Gary, we'll get into that in a second. Gary, you have to be very intentional. You have to be very like, it's not easy. We discussed how I hope that the Gary community makes it easier to visit Gary, but I was just like, I'm a non-driver and I'm not paying $1 gazillion for Uber. So there's that. So there is a way you can come in by Greyhound, but Greyhound, it takes like 3 days to get there if you're coming from New York. So I was like, oh wait. But you know what? Let's get into the block party. So break the whole thing down because it's a 2-day celebration, one for Michael, one for the brothers, and then a mural thing, right? A mural highlight.
There's a mural highlight?
Okay, maybe not. I thought there was a mural highlight.
It's Friday, August 29th is day one. It's from 12 to 7. And that day is going to be celebrating Michael. And that day is hosted by Chris Tucker. They'll have some DJs there. And then there's going to be day 2, the next day. That'll be highlighting and celebrating the whole entire family. And that's hosted by Denise Williams, She's a legendary singer, and she is also from Gary, by the way.
Yep.
And
Yep.
then there'll be a DJ. There'll only just be one this day, but it's DJ Kid Capri. The cool thing about it is that this block party is at Roosevelt High School. Now I do think I looked on Google and the high school closed due to some like damages or something like that. But I think it might just be like at the property. And this high school is the high school that a lot of the older Jackson kids went to. So like Jackie and Tito. And it's right behind the Jackson family's house. So like you could like walk there if you wanted to see the house and then go. I don't know. But yeah, that's the cool part about it. They also have food trucks, vendors, a kids play zone. It's all free. I'm sure you'll have to like pay for like the food and stuff at the food trucks and whatnot. Or if they might have merch there. I hope they would have merch there. And then they said the Jacksons will be there, Jackie and Marlon specifically. I'm not sure. I have a feeling that other Jacksons might be there, but it is not confirmed. It is not confirmed at all. I don't think I've seen any other one say it, but I don't know. I just have this feeling like this is really big. This is really
Once
special.
the Jacksons, because I'm going to speak about the elephant in the room. There has been, and I want to emphasize this now because there are things going on that, without getting too specific, that's the good time to talk about this. There has been past drama and scams where fans were saying, oh, the Jacksons are going to be in Gary, this, that, and the third. And it's mainly Gary. Gary gets the most drama. Then the Jacksons wouldn't even be there. So I was so glad when the Jacksons confirmed, no, we're going to really be there. And moving forward, if the Jacksons don't confirm they're going to be somewhere, assume that it could be a scam. I'm sorry. I'm just going to call it out as it is. And I'm going to highlight other people even, but I don't know any of these people that we're about to highlight. So I need you to do your due diligence to make sure these events are real. Because I just couldn't figure out, well, what's real, what's fake, this, that. So it's rare, but you always got a wolf, in sheep's clothing.
Yeah.
Taking advantage of the fans. If you decide to do anything, whether it's in New York, that's why I reached out to Renee for her thing. But I didn't have the opportunity to reach out to all these people and be like, who the heck are you? So I'm just saying, please just be very, very, very alert and just very mindful. And again, even if it's like people part of the Jackson camp or Michael Jackson camp, make sure they're promoting their stuff. There was another drama I don't want to get into. I'm sure you're familiar with. It got really ugly. Like they were saying somebody was going to be there, and then now the person's saying they're not supposed to be there, and then it was a mess. So thank God, you know what I'm talking about, right? But at least he addressed them like, no, I'm not going to be there.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, it's like it shouldn't have to be that way, but it gets that way sometimes.
Yeah, so, and like when I first saw this flyer, my first thing was, okay, like, is this legit? Is the organizer on here? And once I seen it was organized and put on by the mayor, I'm like, okay, because I know from like a few years ago, I looked up the mayor because I saw he had some connection with the Jackson brothers, and they actually endorsed him when he was running for mayor. So I said, okay, all right, this has to be like legit. And then we finally got that confirmation from the brothers that they would be there.
Yeah, you need it. I remember everybody got excited. I got a little quiet. Like I said, I'm not getting excited until I see the actual somebody say they were really going to be there. And finally they did it. So, Carol pointed out, and I think recently there's been a fake page, just to make sure that, don't give them money. Like if it's not on their websites with their merch, like don't, like just be really mindful, right? A lot of people have a lot of time on their hands to do something stupid like that. And unfortunately, there's been some really big situations, like really. Ron P is legit for sure. But we're talking about it's nothing wrong doing your own thing. Our girl Renee's doing her own thing, right? She's doing a fan-driven Michael Jackson exhibit. But sometimes things are not good. So with that being said, the following events, I don't know who any of these people are. So take it for what it is. Do your homework. So this is in Gary, right?
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
Oh wait, before I forget, can you go back to the last slide really quick?
Mm-hmm.
There is two different, I'll just say quote unquote tickets that you could get like RSVP for on Eventbrite for this Jackson block party. I would say do it and do it for whichever days you can make it there. So day 1, day 2, there's 2 separate ones. And I would say get it just in case they're checking out the door. It's no cost, it's free. I don't know if they're going to be like checking for them or if they're trying to like cap it at a certain number or if they're trying to see accurately how many people are going to be here so we can accommodate for the amount of people.
Because it's a small block. We've had a Jackson block unofficial party once. And I'm not going to lie. It was good. It was good. But I'm telling you where I got a little aggy. So they kept playing. It looked like Michael Jackson's top 10 hits. Are you kidding me?
So just like Billie Jean and
it was. It was barely any Jackson 5. And most important, why are we playing like a handful of Michael songs when Michael has albums? Jackson's got albums. Jackson 5 got albums. So I was like, it was a good party. I give it a 9 out of 10. It would have been a 10 out of 10 if we could have had more. Like when you go to the Gary, Indiana, it has a very, like you're stuck in time, like a very
vintage,
old school. It's so cool. I just love Gary, right? And it's like, most of my friends are dressed up like 70s kids. I know I was just like a 70s kid. And then some of the natives, like, I don't want to mess it up. It's so freaking cool. You just got to get down there if you're going. It is possible to do. Well, let's go through all the events and then we'll break down the possibilities here. But you gotta have some money though. That I can say. So that's actually really helpful that there is an Eventbrite ticket. Right, it's Eventbrite, right, Tori?
Yes.
Sign up for it. It will probably, because it is a very small block. It gets full really fast. Giga, what? What? Oh my gosh. It gets full really fast. It is a small block. It's a small town. Be friendly. Don't come in there acting like you're somebody. Everyone's a somebody. Get it together, okay? Because everybody comes, we're the outsiders, we're the visitors. Be kind. If you could support the local vendors and stuff, please do so. Yeah. Every time we go there, we get something from the vendors. Every time. Giga, please stop.
So I just Googled, or you can go on Eventbrite and search up the words City of Gary, and it'll have the page in there. It'll say 2 upcoming events, and it has Block Party Day 1 and then Block Party Day 2.
How that in the back here? What just happened? Hold on, sis. There we go. I was like, why are we here? All right.
That's all I wanted to say.
So this, I'm not sure what this is in terms of like what the ecosystem is, but this is something available. Hopefully, I know we've gone to Gary. They do their own thing all the time, just for a heads up. So it's probably legit, but just give you a heads up. For Cali, you have the Michael Jackson Experience with Q Star. It's a tribute show if you're going to be in Cali. And where else we have it? Oh, party. Okay, this person's vouching for it.
Uh,
He's like, no, that's my post. It's legit. All right. Thanks for co-signing. I hope this stuff is all real. This one's in, was it Michigan? Hold on.
Minneapolis.
I'm sorry, because on my side it's covered. So I was trying to figure out what the hell is it saying. There we go. You know when you have the slides and it goes slide 8 and you see the arrows, that's all I see.
Mm-hmm.
I see 6161 highway 65, and then that's it. And then more numbers. I'm like, what? This is another thing. This is actually on Eventbrite. So Eventbrite usually, you're good to go. So check that out. And now you already know. You already know. This is my favorite event.
Mm.
You already know.
On.
Let me get my popcorn. I have so much popcorn here because I have gone to so many movies in the last couple of days. Getting Fantastic Four popcorn buckets. And these buckets were so expensive. So let's just say I left a lot of buckets behind. Completely unrelated, but it's King of Popcorn. I love popcorn. And they were ODing with those popcorn buckets. You know it's bad if I left them behind. Like one was $80, no, $85, one was $75. I said, for popcorn buckets? I left those right in the theater. I said, now y'all doing the most. But I did get the $20 popcorn bucket, and it came with this big old thing of popcorn for free. Not for free, but part of it. They know what they doing. They exploiting the fans. But anyway, Hill Los Angeles is doing another King of Popcorn. If you did not see my last live with Sarah and is it SJ and Connor?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, SJ and Connor. They had so many awesome highlights. They had a human-sized doll box, a lot of 80s references, and I didn't have a chance to do the slideshow that I wanted to do, but I highly suggest if you're going to this one, because it's doing the documentary from the mid-80s. What is exactly the name of the movie they're showing? I don't remember.
Greatest Night in Pop?
Yes. That is so 80s. So if you guys saw our last thing with SJ and Connor, I was proposing to do something like thriller things, like a Stranger Things, but with a thriller twist, thriller era. You can come in as an 80s fan. You can come in your favorite MJ cosplay. Have fun with it. This is a great opportunity to make it into a costume party by either dressing of the era of the documentary. Hold on. I'm not sure what's going on.
Somebody could come dressed super duper 80s like Cyndi Lauper. Well.
He's so silly. Well, it's actually really clever to dress like some of the people that's in the documentary.
Mm-hmm.
I like how you're thinking. Think out the box. That is actually really smart.
I could be what was Marlon wearing? One of them Jacksons had like a red jacket on. Let me see. Do. We are the world. It was Marlon.
Of course you're going to know about Marlon. You always do.
It was.
Yes, I highly suggest, like, look at any episode from Stranger Things. Dress like any of those kids. Like, that's what the 80s legitly look like, especially like if you're from the Midwest. New Yorkers dress similar in terms of the shorts with the socks. But back then, we used to wear Michael Jackson t-shirts. There's no Michael in freaking Stranger Things, which is like weird to me. I'm like, are you kidding me? But okay. So just Stranger Things, we just put on Michael Jackson t-shirts. Like,
I'm even looking up Michael Jackson fans in the 80s and like what they were wearing.
So it's really hard to find those pictures. You have to go on YouTube videos to see what it looks like. But like the t-shirts, some of the t-shirts they sold at the Thriller 40 reissues, a lot of those shirts were like the style.
Yeah,
That's
very big hair.
funny. Did I start off with things dancing off with Marlon?
Trish, Trish, you got to do it.
I promise you, I had no intentions to do that. And it's funny, that's the most viral video I've ever had, period. It's like something possessed me, and the next thing you know, we're body rolling freaking Marlon Jackson.
I think it was I think you were probably filling out the waters, and you saw how
they were so friendly.
I was like, how he gonna receive this shirt? And then I almost forgot to show it. Something you told me to show it. Him and Jackie laughing at it, and then you was like, okay, I'm gonna just go for it.
Because they were like, did you plan it? I said no. And then me and Tori, after that, we kept doing outros. I kept body rolling her videos. I was body rolling all through the casino. Meanwhile, I really don't know how to body roll. So there's that. But something came over. It was a good, considering what they were going through in their personal life with Tito having his memorial days later. I can't believe they pushed you that and still gave the fans a really good time. And I think at first I was nervous. Like I said, I hope they're good. I mean, of course, you know they're not good, but you know what I'm saying? Like they're up to doing the show. This is their second show without their brother. It got a little tough at times, but it just honestly their resilience, seeing Janet having to go on tour and the brothers having to go back on tour and they having such a good energy about that, gave me the inspiration to push through stuff. Because like if you're going through if you have a death in the family, most jobs give 3 to 5 days max. Like that's enough time. It's far from not enough. Unless you got money aside, most people got to push through stuff. So, if they cancel shows and stuff, I'm almost sure there's a penalty behind that. Good reason or not. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to them and shout out to any celebrity, without me getting into details, that unfortunately had a tragedy and you still had to go on stage and still was good to the fans. Like that's a flex.
Yeah. I was genuinely shocked that they came back. So when I saw the post on their page saying like, oh yeah, we're doing 2 upcoming shows this year, I'm like, what? And then I saw, oh, here's more information about meet and greets. I said, y'all gonna meet folk too?
On top of that,
what?
Energy was top tier. It was Marlon, Jackie, and then Brandy was giving out signed pictures. So then I was like, wait, is that Brandy? So this part gets funny. And I'm telling you, I'm gonna put me on a timeout so I get my life right. I don't know if Tori said, oh, you hugged Brandy. And I said, no, I didn't. Right?
Yeah, you did.
I said, no, I didn't.
I think I recorded you doing it.
And then I saw the flash.
I think I have the video of you hugging her.
I swear I didn't remember. But you know what? It's funny looking at the footage. It felt organic. It was like, because I have this thing less than 30 seconds and I'm out. So I said, a little something to her. But Brandy's very, very friendly. Very, very friendly. But I don't like to overstay my welcome, if that makes any sense. You got so many people talking to them, But I said, I remember hugging Brandy. Then I saw the footage. I went, oh, I did. Well, I was overwhelmed. I haven't seen the brothers in a long time. This is your first time seeing them. Well, you've seen Jackie, but the first time you've seen the Jacksons perform. Taro's on the stage. It's a lot. You took 3 planes to get there
and back.
Right. It was a lot. Then we had no hotel.
I'm not doing that again. I'm like, why did I just go get a hotel? What was wrong with me?
Because for me, so you gotta remember my training. Now I was just talking to my coworker today because he's in college. I said, honestly, nobody really needs to go to college unless you're going to be a doctor or specialize in something. But what college does do, it enhances your discipline muscle in such a way that it will be transferable in everything you do. So when we went to school, I actually had to go to school and work. So I would go to film school in the day and I would work at night. And then I used to have to go back on campus to shoot because I was a film major and shoot with fellow film projects because you couldn't, like the way the film school was then, you had to work with a team like a real production. So sometimes I only get 4 hours sleep. My body's so conditioned to this level of abuse that it doesn't bother me at all. Even like for Gadget Trish, I went to work. I would take a 3-hour nap and then I would go on live around 12 or 2 in the morning, depends when I got back up. And then I would do the live all the way to 5 in the morning, go to sleep for 2 hours and go back to work. And I was doing this for weeks. That's why I was like, there's no way I'm doing Gadget Trish and I Love the Jackson. No, no way. But I mean, I wouldn't recommend that. But certain nights I was like, you just got to get stuff done. It is what it is. Like, got a paper due, it's got to get done. You got a project with people, collaborations. You have to give us a schedule and get it popping. You got to be on people's sets. So I say all that. For me going in and out, it's literally like going to college. It's like, all right, we're going to get there. We're going to fall asleep on the plane. And plus, I fall asleep easily. So once I'm on a plane, I'm going to sleep the whole 6 hours. Like, I'm legitly asleep on a plane. So it's not like I'm not sleeping. I am sleeping. And then, like, it's only like an hour for me to get home from the airport. So, you're back in your bed. How did you do that? It was hard, but surprisingly, I have a high GPA. I worked my butt off to get that, though. I used to do study groups. I used to transcribe all my lectures because I have a weird way of learning if I hear stuff over and over again. But when I do transcriptions, it stays in my brain. So then I would do all the like study groups for my college. And then we would have like, I used to take some really good notes. I used to be a secretary though. So that's probably why I'm so good at that. So I do. Thank you. Shout out to my mom. Because my mom did that. My mom was actually in school before the internet. So she really had to go to libraries and stuff. Pregnant with my brother in the late 80s. And she graduated top of her class too. Pregnant and going. Wow. Yeah, my mother was not kidding. I was like, I feel like it's even more of a flex if you went to school in the 80s because they didn't have the internet. They had to really go to libraries and stuff. I was like, she went to a library. Like now now I can imagine now y'all got Chat GPT, but we didn't even have all that. But
I didn't even have Chat GPT. I think I was the last graduating like high school class of some sort of normalcy. After that, everything shut down. They on the computers, learning their Chat GPT. Now they're lightening up on the rule. Like kids coming to school with bonnets and pajamas. Oh, we better not even think about coming to school, even in pajama pants. And I feel like I would have took advantage of this system now.
Back then, I was so big on looking like a little princess. I used to go all out. I used to do my hair 5 a.m, get dressed for school. Like you would have thought we were going to a fashion show. Hot mess. But before tickets sell out, you might want to go. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room, right? Are these all the events? Am I missing one? Oh, no, one more. Yeah. So after the King of Popcorn, Mona Lisa is going to have a party. Now, I know y'all like, okay, that's our last slide is the biopic. Okay, cool. I know y'all like, how the hell are we going to go to all this stuff? It's possible if one, you have the money, and two, you're really good at planning stuff out. If you want to do every single thing, then it's Vegas for the 29th. You have to fly out to Chicago/Gary the 30th. And if you're doing Vegas, you're probably going to have to fly out first thing in the morning or if there's a red eye. I'm telling you, it's not easy. I'm like, Then from Gary, fly out to Cali for the King of Popcorn.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not going to tell you where the fans are, who's who, where is where. Listen, go where your pockets can support.
Mm-hmm.
I could tell you what I would do if I had the money, but I'm not going to tell y'all what to do. Do what you want to do. All these events are special. If you don't have money, and if you live in the tri-state like me, you have Renee's event. It is a little pricey to get down there. So far, the round trip to Atlantic City is like $70, but you don't have to stay in Atlantic City. Go there in the morning, show support, and then make sure you get on a bus. You can be home by 10 p.m. the same day. If you also can go to the skate party in New York, and I'm sure New York's going to have more things, but at least you have 2 things confirmed. Then for those who are in Cali, you have, let's go through all these slides. So that's like, you don't have to travel if your state has something, Because I said, don't feel like, if you're in Cali, you have the Mona Lisa thing. If you can afford the King of Popcorn, which is not Michael's birthday, but it's my birthday Jason, like for the weekend, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a weekend thing. Then go there. You also have, oh my God, let me see if I can get a sound out the way. Minneapolis, you have that. California, here's another event. Now that's actually on Michael's birthday. Gary clearly is the winner because you actually got the Jacksons there, but
there's
you have the after party,
I have what is it called? I'm sharing my screen at the bottom. I almost forgot this. My brain is not here right now.
That's okay, child.
We got the new Janet mural, and one of the fans, I don't know if she's from Gary, but she's the one who like let everyone know that there is a new Janet mural in Gary,
That's
Indiana.
awesome.
So I was like, this is so dope. Like Gary is like it's I feel like that's a place to be this year, honestly. So like if you can make it, definitely go there. Like see the murals. Because we talked about, I think it was the Going Places live we did not too long ago. I think it was in, what was it, June? We talked about the Jackson mural, and then now we got this one. This one is like, so the Jackson one, I don't have the address on top of my head, but this one is at the intersection of 24th and Broadway. And the artist who did it, his name is Max Sansing. And it shows her as, I love this so much. Like the flowers, like everything. It almost looked like there was, I thought somebody else was going to be right here. But yeah, this is probably one of the places to be this year. So if y'all can make it.
Well, back in the days, the Jacksons used to go to Gary. That's how I met Prince, BG, and Paris. Mrs. Catherine Jackson was there, but of course she wasn't doing meet and greet. LaToya was there. That used to be a thing. Now, rumor has it, I make this clear, rumor has it, doesn't mean it's the truth, but rumor has it, it started going left without getting into details.
Oh.
And then the Jacksons started going to Vegas. Now, we don't know where Prince is going to be. We don't know if he's going to be in Vegas. We don't know if he's going to be in Gary. We don't even know if he's going to be anywhere. So I don't know what to tell you. And I want you also to know, if you are seeing the Jacksons in Gary, the chances of seeing them is low. Only reason why I got to meet them, there was a girl named Wendy. She drew a painting, and the kids loved the painting of the kids, by the way. They loved that painting so much. They asked, how much is the painting? So she said, the painting's free. I just want to meet Michael's kids. We came there with Wendy. So that's how we got to meet the kids, because of Wendy. If you look at the footage, that day was chaotic. The fans were going nuts. That's another thing. Please, 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 please. I get the whole thing about the Jacksons. I get, if anybody gets it, it's me. The calmer you are, the better that event will be. You know, if you meet Marlon or Jackie or whoever else shows up, sometimes they will come in the crowd and do a couple of pictures. But if y'all start acting like, Jackie, shut down.
They don't like that.
Like, just keep it calm, because I even have footage. They probably don't even know it. Sometimes I'm hanging around and I be catching the Jacksons coming in the back to say hi to the fans, for those who can afford the meet and greets. What, they're humble and they give her their time. But if y'all doing this, chill out. So, plus we want them to continue to do stuff like this, but don't chill out. Like, because if you look at our footage, we were just chilling. People were behind us clobbering. I'm like, and by the way, Prince and Paris did a phenomenal job. They were like very young. Paris is maybe around 12-ish. Prince maybe 15, 16. They handled themselves so well. It was so chaotic. And they were signing everything they could. And they were just top tier. And they were young back then. They still handled themselves like real bosses. Michael did such a good job with his children.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a couple of things that I needed to highlight.
I like what Carol said about the expectation things, or like setting your hopes, like, oh, is the Jacksons gonna be there? The Jacksons gonna be there, and like that's what you're really kind of gambling on, going for,
right?
You put your hopes.
I'm telling you, that's not it. That I'm telling you, that's more like, I want to be in the Gary where the famous Jackson family was born and raised, at least to a point, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want to experience the Roosevelt High School. But if your thing is to meet them, spoiler alert, they have contests coming up with meet and greet. I suggest you do it that way. Like, I know August 10th, they're going to be in Jersey. I know they're doing something in Europe soon with the meet and greets. If it's, I think today. So the point is, if you want to meet them, get a picture. The contest is the way to go. This is more about an experience of showing love to the Jacksons for their legacy and Michael's birthday. This is probably not going to be a meet and greet. I'm sure some of y'all will get pictures, but not all of y'all. When we were there, when I said it was chaotic, I wish I had some video on cue. They got so excited, and I get it. And the block is small, but it was completely full. So, not trying to scare you, but I'm just saying, chill out. No, Wendy's from New York like us. She's big on the Comic-Con scene. She's a wonderful artist. Wonderful. AI can never touch what she does, because her imagination was amazing. Oh, that's a good idea. Listen, I've been using some AI tools, and I'm keeping it real with you. It's been very helpful. Very. I think
the things AI could do.
Yeah, like some of the stuff I have, I mean, I still have my own thoughts, but sometimes I will have AI. Like, for example, I'll come up with 2 titles, and I'm like, hey, ChatGPT, which title do you think is going to be more viral? And it'll tell you why. So it's really helpful. Oh, that's what's up. Ooh, okay. That's what's up.
I know someone who had a question. I'm gonna just say it here, because I saw a question online about what to do. From what, like, I've seen, just messing around, just seeing like how you could do Gary to King of Popcorn, like Gary to LA. There are 2, like, there are 2 separate airports in like Chicago, and I think that's the closest airport, or one of the or city. My bad. That's the closest city with the airport to Gary that I know of off the top of my head. So there's 2 airports. There's the O'Hare one, That's the bigger one. And then there's uh MDW. There's that one. That one's a smaller one. So I think you could probably either fly into one of those two, or like, I don't know. I know if you live up there up north, maybe you could drive. I don't know. And then from there to LA, I'm sure. I feel like it probably would be easy to get a flight from Chicago to, because it's two big cities. I feel like it would be easy. So from one of those airports that I said, um, you could probably do Chicago to LA.
I know from my friends, because they drive, I don't, but we would go to Chicago, rent a car at the airport, drive to Gary, and of course, drive back to Chicago, drop off the car, and then get back on the plane. But if you're a non-driver, it's not as easy.
Yeah.
And like I said, this is going to be pricey. We're talking either a lot of gas money, car rentals. But like I said, if you have it, go for it. I don't see why not. If you have the means or you're willing to sacrifice to do this, I have spent one or two, two birthdays in Gary. They were really, really nice. One that's where I met all the Jacksons, and there was one I met no Jacksons. We still had a blast. It's Gary, Indiana. Just chill out. We had a blast.
Gary, Indiana.
Please, please, please stay calm. Because it's one, we don't want to scare them from doing this again. And two, the calmer you are, the more fans, including you, will be able to meet them. But I'm telling you right now, the chances are small, because like the last block party, there was a lot of people. A lot. Whole block was full. I don't drive, but it wasn't that far of a ride, a drive. So at least it didn't feel that way. I'm leaving the party on a Friday. That's actually a good idea. So you are going to miss the 30th, but you're making sure that you are not going to be all tired and exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
And that's another thing. Pick what's important. Like, if you can't do it all, good for you, but it's a lot. Hey, Hector, bonjour.
Hey.
Wait a minute.
You were highlighting him.
We were talking about you earlier. Let's see if I can find that slide with Hector. Oh, so it's like probably like 6 a.m. out there. You are early bird.
Oh,
Good
man.
morning.
Is it really?
Yeah. Something like that.
Yep. It is.
I know them European times a little bit because I'm obsessed with Europe. No, we were talking about how lucky you got a picture for all three members of 3T, how rare that was. It is very rare to get a picture with all three of them. Very. We were like, congrats, you got the unicorn picture of the decade. So you're leaving early on Saturday. Okay. I know I can't say what I would do, but I would try to make the most out of the situation. That's all I can say. Because I was like, well, you can't go wrong though. Like, no matter if you live or you're traveling to these places, this is probably one of the best Michael Jackson celebrations in a long time. And for the first time, we're going to be highlighting the Jacksons, as we should.
Yes.
So, and I like how they were like, all right, we're still honoring our brother on the 29th. And then we're going to do something for the Jackson family legacy the next day. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Oh, that would have been so cool.
Oh my gosh.
I remember you did the video with TJ at your house.
Yes. And Franny was there. I was like,
I know
so
Terrell would have
you guys are not familiar. Make sure you guys follow Hector. Look, he is the biggest collector probably in Paris, but he also was an advocate during that Leaving Lies mockumentary. and he was fighting Egghead himself, like arguing and making good points. And
Wait, really?
yeah,
In person?
child, yeah, I think it was in person. He was on television in Paris or in Europe. Oh,
Wow.
Hector is no joke. He's one of the biggest YouTubers I know in Europe. No, it's more than a collection because he was advocating like he was arguing with Mr. Egghead. And like just an overall good guy. So this is a YouTuber you want to connect with for sure. So I'm like, wow. I still don't know what I'm gonna do. And even if I knew what I was gonna do, I'm not gonna say it publicly but I think you guys are gonna be surprised where I'm gonna be. Even I'm surprised where I'm gonna be.
This kind of reminds me of the year of the was it the Sapphire celebration? I literally was able to make a whole Twitter thread of events just for Michael's birthday. It was so much happening that year. There was something big going on in LA. There was Vegas. There was oh my goodness, I can't even remember off the top of my head, but there was so much that you could do, so many events happening, and it kind of feels that way again this year. Except I'm kind of, can I be real? I'm kind of disappointed with the Vegas thing this year.
Well, they posted much later than normal.
Yeah, they posted a month out, and people are trying to plan and figure out what they're trying to do. A month out is kind of really short notice for trips. Rates go up closer to the dates and stuff. And then on top of that, sometimes people base on what details they give or what's happening at the event that year. They base, okay, am I going to be there or not based on that? You know what I mean? And I don't know. It kind of felt like how it was last year with the detail rollouts and stuff. But this year is kind of worse with the detail rollouts. I think they need to let people know ahead of time because we were finding out April.
Yeah.
So we had May.
I would say for
June,
Vegas, minimum should be 2 months ahead for good rates. But
it used to be, that they would announce it in April and give the schedule of events. The things that they would withhold towards closer to the date though was understandable. It was the brunch link, because closer to the date, you're weeding out people. Okay, I said I was gonna be there, but I'm not. And you don't want all these people taking up the slot, signing up saying they're going and they're not. You know what I mean? So I see why they did that. And then the Q&A guest, they will hold that off until the end. I guess maybe to probably keep it secret. I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. I'm just like, what's happening? What's going on?
No, but Vegas is still an important staple in the sense of they've been doing this for 10 plus years now. A lot of fans go to see MJ1 just for the extra perks. And I always tell people, if you are going to do MJ1, yeah, try to do it for the birthday because you'll get the most experience per se. But, I've known people who go in there, on a regular day, they said it's still a good experience. So I don't know. I only go for the birthday.
Yeah, I really only go for the birthday too. I didn't even get to go see the show when I was just there. But the show is really good. The show is so good. And I have to agree, a while ago, Trisha said, I think you said it was probably the cheapest or one of the cheapest events.
It is by far. New York hotels are $300 to $500 a night. And if you're ever going to come to New York, it's a little stinky. So I'm like, what are you charging me all this money for? I've never seen a city stink. I feel like New York and Jersey are the stinkiest places I've ever visited. You smell the chemicals. We smell like garbage and Jersey smells like chemicals. And I'm like, oh hell, what are we paying for? Other hotels, like California hotels, make sense. You get a pool. Vegas, you get a pool. I'm like, So we just got some tea, y'all. Wait, not there. I just saw it. I clicked on the wrong thing. Look, y'all, another reason to come to King of Popcorn. Hold on. Hector's gonna be there. Actually, there's other people gonna be there. Y'all might want to go to this King of Popcorn if you're trying to meet YouTubers. That's all I'm gonna say. But
man,
now
not.
Hector's a big one though. That's so. That is so. I was like, yes. I knew about it, but I didn't know I could say it. But he said it, so now y'all know. I was like, come on down. You know how I feel about that.
Also, if you go to the King of Popcorn ticket link, you will see a very, very familiar individual. You'll get graced with a wonderful picture.
That's crazy. So, I mean, I don't know why they did it so late, but at least they did it, you know. But I do agree, like, timing's everything. But I think the biopic has been a big distraction. So that might be a good time to segue into the biopic, because I feel like there's not much to say, but at least we have some dates, we have some excitement. You know, let's go. All right. So it's official. It is not coming out this year. Shocker.
Ooh.
I knew. Listen, you know, I watched John Campia. I don't know who his people are on the inside, but he been spilled the beans. I'm like, and I was gonna cue him up today, but I didn't have time to find that clip because he spoke about it the other day. But I was just like, John Campia is usually on point with his inside information. He said it was going to be 2 parts. He said it was going to be next year.
So it's for sure 2 parts?
That part hasn't been confirmed, but I'm sure.
Okay, because I'm about to say, well, okay, now we got to wait for part 1 to come out. When part 2 coming out? 2030?
Well, listen, according to the rumors, do you want me to look? I'll look for the John Campia stuff. I'll let him say it. Because I was like, I didn't say it, he did. If you guys are not familiar, John Campia is a movie YouTuber. So he covers movies and movie culture. So, of course, Michael Jackson's in the mix because of the biopic. So I was like, okay. I'm wondering, I can't remember which episode it was. It was like one of the more newer ones. And I said, oh, they talking about the biopic? As they should. That's not it. Shh. I'm going to try this clip. In the meantime, talk away, Tori, while I try to find the clip. Well, what's your thoughts about the biopic? What's your thoughts about the biopic?
I had a feeling because after mapping out a movie release from this year, I noticed that the spacing out of the initial teaser and then the full trailer, there would be not enough time. They would have had to put a teaser out by June, and we still have nothing. We don't even have a movie poster. We should have had a movie poster first, and then a teaser, and then a full trailer, which I was anticipating teaser in June, because not only is I feel like the pacing works, but also June is, you know, a significant month. And then also to go along with the pacing, August, which is also Michael's birthday. So it just worked well. And so I was like, okay, this is cool, but we weren't hearing anything. And I'm like, well, if they were still thinking about putting this movie out, I don't know how. We're going to be watching it in our home cities. If anybody was thinking about doing an event, we're going to be watching it at home. Maybe we could do like a live watch party from the theater. Can't show the screen, party. But you know. So I'm glad we do have more time. Because I was gonna put on like I was gonna make a whole outfit for it. You know what I mean? And I was going to spend the money to start making it this year, y'all.
Well, I was going to wear
did.
a history album because it's the history anniversary this year. And so I thought, oh, that's cool. Michael's about to make history with the biopic. And the next thing you know, they were like, oh, not this year. So I'm like, now we're back to square one. What are we going to wear?
No, literally.
I got to go history suit in here because you always got to be ready for what you're asking for.
Honestly, what are there any significant things for next year?
Yeah, the biopic.
Besides the movie, like any anniversaries. Any like Michael. Let me look.
It's a good question.
Like milestones. Let's see. We just did Off the Wall 45 last year. Thriller won't have a Thriller milestone will be 2027.
Oh, that means that's the next big party then. Oh snap! Havenhurst.
Let me see.
I hope to be out there again.
Bad 40 is gonna be in 2027. Bad 40. That's crazy. That's insane. What? Wait, am I tripping right now? Because Bad 25 was 2012, right? It was. That felt like yesterday. And we already about to have Bad 40? What in the world? That's crazy.
Hold on. I think I found what I'm looking for, but give me a sec. I gotta hear it out.
Okay. Oh, we got Dangerous 35 next year.
Oh, nice.
Dangerous 35, and they better do something because Dangerous. When we had the 25th anniversary of Dangerous, I was praying that they would do something. They didn't. Didn't get none for History 30. I don't know if it's really. I think the only milestone will be Dangerous. Well,
Dangerous 35. Right? Right. Right. Liz, I don't know if I should be honest. Tori knows what's going on. Unless it's a miracle.
You are the star.
I'm having a tough year financially, so I don't know. It is what it is.
Here's your friendly reminder. You have it on your heart. Appreciation. She does accept super chats on here.
You know, it's crazy on Gadget Trish. They did give me super chats and stuff, and I still didn't get a check. I'm like, what the heck? They say hard work pays off. One day I'll get to see this.
Hard work.
One. I cannot believe I can't find this clip. Am I in the right thing?
Next year might have been the better year for the movie release, now that I think about it.
I'd be honest. Because hopefully, okay, if first of all, everyone needs to adjust to the insanity of this year. Like, I know the inflation for me is so bad. Like, you know, it gives us more time to just get our lives together, get more money, maybe change jobs, you know. I was like, child, if everything happened this year, I'd have been crying. I don't have one dime to go anywhere. So, like, wow. The fact that I left popcorn buckets behind, that's all I'm going to say. I was like, no.
There was one popcorn bucket I would have gotten. I'm not even in the fandom.
Oh, Herbie.
The Superman one.
Oh, so Superman merch is way cheaper though. Fantastic Four was on some craziness to a point where I was like, bruh, why is the popcorn buckets with tax $90? What are we doing?
Like the bucket is literally Superman. The bucket is like a miniature popcorn machine. And he's literally punching the glass of the popcorn machine. Or popcorn maker machine, whatever. Oh wait, no, he's not punching it. Is that a laser?
That's actually still at the Regal. I was just at the Regal the other day. It's still there.
I'm about to say ship it to me.
It is still there.
Oh, there's a cup with a cape on it.
Oh, I have the cup with the cape. Oh my. Don't get me started. I'll show you my Superman merch. Like right now, my Fantastic Four is behind me because it just came out. Holy crap. Thank you.
I was like, what's that symbol?
Oh, thanks. Wow. He's like, you better be there. No, I mean, I'll be transparent. It's not looking good for me for any of these trips, but I live in New York. So no matter what, I'll be okay. I was like, well, that's the only thing about living in New York. We always have something to do. But I was like, it's just it's very weird. Yeah. And I've been asking for second jobs. There's a hiring freeze everywhere in New York, at least the place that I could do. So I was just like, you know what? Whatever it is. Like, I don't know. I still haven't found this clip. I give up. If I find it, I'll bring it up again. But essentially, John was saying, John Campia, I don't want to say John, just in case you think it's John from Hill, Los Angeles. John Campia was essentially hinting that it's going to be a two-parter. It's going to end with the Jackson 5 era, and part 2 is going to pick up from there. Which means if that rumor is true, that means we won't even see Jaafar. Not unless we're going to see Jaafar for a section. Like, you know how like people go back in time?
I'm sorry. That better be a lie. That better be a one-off. And I will be okay if the information is misconstrued. I understand. I won't even be mad. But I just want you to be wrong, because what do you mean? I shed a tear when we found out Jaafar got that role. I'm not playing. I stayed up till 8 a.m. finishing up an impromptu video about the news and a thumbnail. I stayed up to 8 they better have Jaafar. If they're gonna do part 1, they better have him.
I know. If I can find the proof, maybe what I'll do, I'll make that into a short. I said he just said it. See, Carol, no. I noticed
Jaafar
that too.
Say something, please.
I noticed that too. So we have quote unquote the regulars at the house. Me, Carol, Soli, Jennifer. There's a couple of us that's always there. And I noticed only Soli made it this time. Money's funny. Money's funny. I'm like, I know for us, they take more taxes out of my check. And I'm like, are you kidding me? And it made a big impact. Like, I'm like, I don't know. But at least I can say this. I don't know when things will change for me on the YouTube side, but at least YouTube has found my people. It's a bunch of Gen X's, and they have found Gen X Christian Michael Jackson fans. And it's funny, like when they found out I had a Jackson Family channel, they were like, Jackson Family. And then they said, we're following you there too. So it's the thing about YouTube, I guess they just didn't know who I was. And I guess they figured it out finally. Thank you. Like, I mean, of course, there's younger people there too, but I have to say the majority of the people in that chat is people in my age group. You know, it was really cool. But now the next thing is, can y'all make it go viral so I can really pay some bills here? But And it's the Superman videos did it. Out of all things, I'm not even a DC super fan. I'm just a regular. I'm a Marvel super fan. But you see how God works? Still, it's something from a whole different direction changed the algorithm for the better. So we were fighting over the Snyderverse versus the non-Snyderverse. It was a mess. I'm here for it.
Oh, when are you gonna do a popcorn bucket collection video?
So whether I go to King of Popcorn or not, because I can't reveal who's going to be there, but some of my friends will be there. I need the popcorn bucket from the King of Popcorn. And
there's a popcorn bucket?
No, not the bucket, but I need the last popcorn thing, and then we're ready.
Oh, the box?
Yeah. But for now, I got the last popcorn bucket I needed. This was the last one I needed or wanted. Sorry.
Are you gonna put Karate Kid up there?
No, all of them. I have them all.
Yes.
I think I have 20 buckets, and I'm probably going to sell 5, but because some of them are worth money, and I'm like, you don't have to tell me twice. Peace out. But even like one that I got by accident that was cheap is worth like $70. I said, you can go too. Like, I need the money. But if I knew what I knew, like for example, I saw all the Fantastic Four buckets. I should have just grabbed them all and just sold them for double the price. Because they're rare. They didn't have a big run through. And I'm like, oh my gosh. But I just did not, I wasn't trying to spend $400 on popcorn buckets. I said, you will stay right there. Honestly, I don't believe everything they say. I take every article with a pinch of salt unless it is from the official source. I agree. But listen, between you and I, so far, John Campia has not been wrong. Just saying.
John Campia.
So John Campia used to be in the business. Then he started a movie blog with a B, I think, and then he has a very successful YouTuber. He still has friends in the industry. He doesn't tell us who's telling him stuff, but so far, he has not been wrong.
I'm not here for this. If Jaafar ain't in the first one at all,
go to bed, get a stop.
I'm mad at the fact that it's split in half.
Allegedly.
That's what I'm mad at. If it gets split in half, I'm gonna be mad. I'm still not here for it. And it's like people are like, well, if it's like 4 hours, well. Because y'all did the double feature. Y'all sat there and watched Oppenheimer for 3 hours and then went to go see Barbie.
So listen, you know why I'm against the 4-hour thing? So I just went to IMAX. So I found out in Lincoln Square, which is so ridiculous for me to find this out this late in life. Lincoln Square has pure IMAX. It is the biggest screen in New York City. What makes the story weird, I used to work across the street for a competitor. I used to work at 62nd and Broadway at a movie house, an independent movie house. It's not that far. No one has ever told me this. A TikToker was like, did you know the biggest screen in New York? And I'm like, I've been there a million times. So I did do the IMAX for Fantastic Four. The way those seats are, girl, there's no way I'm going to sit there for 4 hours. So first of all, I hope y'all don't see my underwear because you know I never have a pants on. Hold on.
Where's George?
Okay, I think we're safe. So then let's say this is a seat. They're all connected and you're like, excuse me. And the rows are long as hell. Don't have to go to the bathroom because then, like, I'm not exaggerating, 20 to 40 people got to get up. Depends where you're sitting. Excuse me. So today I went back there because I needed some footage for something. I said, we're not doing this crap today. I just sat in the second row. But if you want prime experience, you should be in the middle or the back. But you have to do this weird, I said, oh, hell no. Because, I mean, I'll start with the positive. The screen was amazing. The sound was amazing. We had our own concession stand. And then it was giving me, I'm rich. Even though you don't have to be rich, it was only like $18 because it's half price on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, but whatever. It was giving, I'm rich, which, and if you're on part of the A-list, you get to see 4 movies for free every
What's
week.
the theater called?
It's called Lincoln Square AMC. I said, how do I not know this? And then when I tell my coworkers this, nobody knew this fact either, that the biggest screen was at 62nd Street.
Wow.
So with that being said, I'm not trying to do 4 hours and I can't even get out of my seat because I don't want to be that idiot to make everyone get up.
Listen, y'all.
4 hours? No, man.
I need y'all to sit with me real quick. Y'all mean to tell me y'all don't be sitting up here on our like June 25th lives for 4 or 5 hours?
Yeah, but it's different. You're in your home. I have no pants on, for crying out loud. I go to the bathroom. I think my biggest issue is the bathroom. I'm like, so I left 5 minutes early because I had to do live. Yo, everyone was giving me this look like fake fan. You have to wait for the Marvel credits. Meanwhile, I seen the movie 3 times already. I was like, I just need to go home.
Child, they better go. Also,
this is one of the people from my other channel. Hey, Dan.
Hello.
What's up? What's up? I was talking about my IMAX experience. Hopefully, we can catch up on my channel tomorrow because it was funny. It's like, what? I can barely do 3 hours. Right. So on Gadget Trish, we did do a 4-hour movie. You could ask Dan. I fell asleep. Shocker. I fell asleep. I passed out. It was too long. And I'm like, why didn't just make it 2 hours, part 1? The other, I was like, nobody got that kind of time. Not in a movie theater. Split it up. Split that biopic up.
No.
Split it up.
No.
I'm telling you, I did my first 4-hour movie, Tori. I'm telling you, it felt like torture, and the movie was actually really good. My body said, hell to the nah.
There was a movie. There was a movie recently that got released, and they had an intermission. People could get up and go to the bathroom. And I know people are saying, well, this is Michael. Like they can't just be normal. They can go out the norm for them. Okay, go out the norm. They can have an intermission. And I'm not saying the movie was supposed to be 4 hours. I was just saying I was just using it as a number. The longest confirmation that I think we got, or that someone said that they heard from Graham King at one of the CinemaCons, was like 3 hours or something like that. And I'm gonna be real, personally, I don't mind.
No, look what King Michael said. Listen, you know what, Tori? I want you to watch Justice League Snyder Cut 4 hours and then come back with me. And it's actually a good movie. I want you to come back. I'm telling you, you can't do it. Well, actually,
the difference is we Michael fans. I'm not talking about the outsiders. I'm talking about Michael fans. Of course, you're gonna be bored.
I'm talking about not about bored. Like, what if you're in the IMAX? How can you go to the bathroom? You can't. Tori, when you come to New York, I'm taking you to that theater. You're gonna understand why I'm like, oh hell no.
Don't go to the theater. That's the theater.
No, you could. First of all, are they? If they're not going to shoot an IMAX, I'm definitely not going to that theater. Because I'm telling you, as awesome as that experience was, the fact that I felt trapped about going to the bathroom, and I even felt trapped about leaving early. The only way you can get away with it if you're in the first row, but then you don't want to see the movie looking up. So I was like,
I just don't understand why nobody had an issue with Oppenheimer, but then now when it comes to Michael, it's always a problem with Michael. It's always a problem with
4
Michael.
hours.
I don't get it.
4 hours.
I literally just said I use 4 hours as a number. I've never heard it say that they were going to do 4 hours. Longest runtime I heard was like three something, and that was from someone who actually went to CinemaCon. I'll link the live if y'all want to see it. But
I didn't see Oppenheimer 3 hours. Even the Snyder Cut, I did 2 hours, and then I came back 2 hours later.
Trish, you did not hear the whole Barbenheimer fiasco?
Yeah, but I wasn't part of that crap. I wasn't part of it. And
Well,
to keep it real with you, for the Barbie movie, I fell asleep in that too. I can't stay up for so long. I'm telling you. I could talk to you for 2-3 hours, but if you're to ask me to sit down and be still, I'm sorry, I'm falling asleep. I fell asleep in Fantastic Four twice. I'm not that person, bro. I'm maybe because I'm exhausted all the time. There's that.
I just don't know if the impact will hit. Like, I've never heard of a biopic having a sequel. And my thing is, the estate's always talking about, oh, we want to get to young fans, and they're really aiming for the general public. You think the general public gonna go back for a sequel? Are y'all kidding me right now? And like I just don't get it. Like, if y'all saying y'all gunning for the general public and y'all gunning for new fans, this is probably not the route to go. You know what I mean? Now, this is doing it for the fans. Like, we're gonna go back and see if y'all want to do a trilogy. If y'all wanted to do a whole 100 episode, series, if y'all wanted to have season 1, and then next year y'all doing season 2, we gonna be sad. The general public is not going to be sad. I don't know if I don't know who's making the calls. I mean, I have some theories, but I'm gonna keep my mouth shut because this is Trish's channel.
No,
but I don't know who's making calls.
I think on John Campia's thing, which I wish I had this clip queued up, but he was also saying that they're working on part 2, which means it's not even funny.
So why they lie and say filming was wrapped up that one time?
I said, what do you mean working on? What? I thought everything was in the can. What's up, homie? Carlo Riley. Bam, 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 bam. I don't know.
Y'all can say the guy lying, but y'all wouldn't have to send him a call.
No way, but Danny made a good point. Aren't they doing a movie for each member of the Beatles? Isn't that like a 5-parter?
Well, there's a method to the madness for that. That makes sense because they're doing
individuals, right?
Different individuals, but it's from each perspective of the group members, which is cool. But the thing with Michael, okay, what's the reasoning for splitting it in half? Give us a reason.
Okay, I would say if it's 3 hours, sure. If it's 4 hours, split that sucker up. I'm sorry.
No, 3 hours is the highest I've heard. 4 hours, I haven't heard, but.
And not for nothing, the Snyder Cut for the Superman movie or Batman or whatever the hell that was, the DC movie, they never did the 4-hour part in the theater. They waited till it was released on DVD. They were not, even though they could have easily just split it up in 2, but okay, whatever. I don't know. I was 5 years old when the Beatles came out. That's cool. Good night, Kelly. Thank you for coming through. We appreciate. But I don't know.
They need to give a good reasoning for splitting it in half, except for just runtime. Because if they really wanted to do it and make changes, truthfully, and people gonna be mad. Y'all could be mad if I say this. From the jump, I was thinking, because everybody's hollering, why Michael getting another movie? Why is he getting another movie about his life? Well, technically, Michael never really got a good full movie about his life, like as a solo artist and an adult. Y'all thinking about Jackson's An American Dream. That was about the family. That was about the Jackson family. That was the initial thing of it. So we got to see Michael's childhood and stuff. And I'm not saying I'm like, oh, it should be excluded from this biopic, but I feel like it could be to where, like I was saying before, it could be in flashbacks where it starts out at Off the Wall, which we didn't get in the Jacksons An American Dream, and then have flashbacks and stuff to the childhood. That way that could cut down some of the runtime if they were so worried about runtime. But I
agree. I thought American Dream was good enough about Michael's backstory, so I'm assuming we're learning something new about his childhood that we didn't know from the other thing. I don't know. Michael deserves everything. He's forever be the biggest. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Tori, I 100% agree with every concern that you have. I'm not even sure why we had to go back to his childhood. Like for the superhero movies that we watched recently, so I saw Superman and I saw Fantastic Four. They didn't do an origin story because they knew that would take up too much of the movie. They
Yeah.
did, like you said, a flashback. We got a 5 foot four Fantastic Four. We got a 5 minute flashback on how they became the mutants they are. And then for Superman, there was no backstory. He just started fighting. That's it. We're done. Because they knew there was no way we could do an origin story and that movie be in a decent time. And I'd be honest, I
Yeah.
thought now agreeing 100% agreeing what you said. Do we have to go back to the childhood? I don't really think so, unless we're learning something new.
I mean, it's still important
It is, but
because
you have
there
to
was
assume that you have to assume that the normies didn't see American Dream, and I think that's why they're going back again. I don't know.
I think that I'm not saying like, oh, maybe 5 seconds of childhood flashbacks, but I mean like in a way where, okay, let's say they're reenacting the part where he goes, where he's like, okay, where he's thinking about buying, it's Sycamore Valley Ranch at the time, but he's thinking about buying Neverland, turn it into Neverland. And I could see him having a flashback as a child where he's in the studio and he's looking across the street at the park where he can't play. And so I feel like that's an important element. Stuff like that, things that happened in his childhood that led to certain things happening to him, or making, or even certain decisions he made as an adult. So I think that they should definitely still include his childhood, but like I was saying, in flashbacks, going back
You
to
said I
where
don't need 2 hours. Well, Inez made a good point, and I mentioned that early too. Not everybody knows about American Dream, especially internationally. So I guess they're going to have to go back because American Dream was a long time ago too. What was that, like 20 plus years ago?
yeah, it was like 94.
That's 30 years ago then.
And it was the American Dream. I'm gonna be real with y'all. It was exaggerated. It was certain parts. I'm like, y'all know Joe wasn't acting all hyper. Like Joe was like real. Like he kind of had that Tito chill thing about and that sternness, you know. But they do stuff for entertainment purposes and stuff. They might make a character more animated or a person more animated or something like that. So that's how, like, I still feel like they should include elements and backstories of his childhood and like make it more serious. Don't have that animated element of it so that people can see, okay, this is where he started. This is his start. This is his life. This is why he made this decision. This is why this happened to him.
Oh wow. They saw the Pepsi commercial.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There's an article where someone gave like a detailed account of what was all in that rough draft teaser, and I wanna find it again. Somebody sent it to me. I have to go like all the way back. It was from like last year, all the way in last. It was the one from Vegas, I think.
I'm like, I don't know how to feel because we went from it's coming out in April of 2024 to it's coming out to October 2024. I'm sorry, 25. I'm sorry, 25. I think 25. And then they're like, now it's coming out back in April of 2026. I'm like, interesting. Oh, we have to reshoot. Something legally can't be spoken about. Okay.
That's why I'm like, okay, what's really the thing? Because I think that initially it was supposed to be in one part. Also, they were supposed to be done with filming, but something or something happened, and now they want things changed. And I think initially it was supposed to be that way because it just doesn't feel. Because now you got outsiders looking like, okay, what's happening? What's going on? And I'm honestly to the point where I'm just like, until I see a movie poster or something, I'm not even like super duper
I would
excited.
say that's why I didn't make the biopic its own thing. It's kind of like a nothing burger, but now we have mustard and ketchup instead of like nothing for real. We don't have the beef, so we have a date, but we don't know if it's a two-parter, one-parter. We have more things to cover, so I'm like, when we get real information or more information, it's nothing like burger. Do you remember if these people were casted for Diana? I'm almost sure they were.
I think it's the girl who plays Bonnie from the Vampire Diaries. What's that girl's name?
Oh yes! Oh my god, that was my show.
What is her name? Kat Graham. She's Diana Ross.
Yes, good pick.
I can't remember if we got Elizabeth Taylor. Oh, that's another thing. That's another thing.
Heck yeah. Like, that was such an oversight.
Like,
that's something that should have been like, hey, we could never talk about this. So why would you censor a movie about that and then say, oh, we didn't know after you? How much money was wasted on that oversight?
Now, hold up. You said the movie was centered around that?
Not centered, but it was definitely something that was
okay.
supposed to be addressed.
No, but here's my thing. Could they do it to where, because I feel like that's the lies about Michael, especially the two instances when he was here. I feel like those things are important to mention and to show in the movie.
I know.
Because, and like make it clear, he's innocent. He was proven innocent. Like, he's cleared on every single count against him. I feel like that is very important to put that in the movie. But I understand if there's like some sort of like legal thing where they can't talk about it. But is there a way that they can say like
skirt around it?
Or they could call him. You know how Michael did Sneddon? He said DS.
Right.
Can they call him the what's a random family last name? The Williams.
I think with this, they have to be extremely careful because if anything's broken, that family's gonna get a lot of money. So I guess they're like, let me just start over.
That's like they can't talk about the situation at all.
Look, we on the same page, Michelle. We on the same page. Hey.
That's crazy. They can't even share that man's entire story because, man, if that man don't come out and say, y'all, I was a child, my family made me lie. If he don't come out, like I'm gonna be mad.
Was it allegedly his dad unalived himself? This is a very sensitive story, so I think like
it's very true. He did, but a lot of people say that it was because after Michael passed, but I also saw that he had a sickness going on as well. So I don't know if it was like Michael passing coupled with that, or maybe it was just the timing. It was a coincidence or something like that, and he did it because he was sick. I have no idea.
We definitely want to come to the biopic stuff. It's just for what when I'll do my best to try to find this clip so when the biopic information comes out for real. But I was like, bruh, it's crazy. Like now it's a two-parter and possibly ends in the Jackson 5 era. Is Michael even grown yet? Like I can't. Jackson 5 Jackson 5 era is what? It ends in 1975-ish, right? He's still kind of young.
Yeah, because what was it, 76? They moved to Epic.
And then I think Going Places came out first. Only thing with flashbacks is you can take away from the movie. The Bob Marley biopic had a lot of flashbacks. I feel we'll put that on our list. We have a couple of things we want to do. Let me just make notes. I haven't seen the Bob Marley one.
Oh yeah.
Hold on.
I don't know. They gotta find a balance because I don't. It
I
might be one of
feel
those things where it's like, I ain't no nobody is 100% ever gonna be pleased, so we just gonna do it.
no, for real. But it's making me nervous, and I think the only reason why I'm still feeling somewhat confident is because Prince is involved to a point. But
Mm-hmm.
it's just like I don't feel I don't understand how you have an oversight so big
Yeah.
and wasting time and resources. I'm like, I know where I work, that would not be considered acceptable. Nothing. I probably would have lost my job for oversight like that. That's a big oversight. How do you not know you can't talk about something?
I wonder if Graham King could come out on a video and be like, "Thank you all for your patience." He can't share detail stuff. But just give us a little something, tie us
Mhm.
over a bit, confirm things. Because I don't understand why they can't confirm now whether or not the movie is going to split
Anything, right?
too.
Like they're still being really quiet. A lot of Gen Z were saying this must be what it's like when we lost Michael with the passing of Ozzy.
Yeah,
Really? Oh wow. Gen Z. What who's what
that's like what was it? 96 to 2012. Is that
I
Gen Z?
I see. But I didn't realize they were Ozzy fans. Ozzy's older than Michael. No shade to Ozzy.
Okay, Mr. Madman. You were at the Vegas CinemaCon. Do you remember any like details that was talked about, like if Graham King said anything or anybody who worked on the movie said anything? Because we literally got breadcrumbs out here. If I see the Jaafar picture one more time, I'm gonna snap. Because it's a constant reminder about how we don't have a picture. It's a great picture. It's a great one, but
I know.
Lord.
I mean I felt like everything was in the can. They're editing, they're putting in the special sauce. Next thing you know, they were like, oh, oversight. Wait, oversight. An oversight is having a wrong costume from a wrong era, reshoot that. That's an oversight. This is really bad. You have to redo basically the whole movie, essentially. So in the meantime, look forward to live Q&A and Station Head with TJ this. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh
I
thank
like how
you.
I love how she put that. Like, well, since we got nothing, we got
No,
other things
that's
to
what
look forward to.
I agree, Serena. We could celebrate the anniversary of 3T albums, TJ's new single. Now we don't have to split the energy with Michael and his nephews. We could just focus on the nephews. We can make it all about 3T for the rest of the year. I'm not even being funny. Happy belated birthday, Jaafar and TJ. We love you.
Melanie, her birthday.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was just no. Was it yesterday or the day before? The day before, because that's 2 days for it now. Say, child, when the AI made that picture come to life, I'm on the floor like, no. Oh, and happy belated to David. It was another big fan who passed away. His birthday was in July as well.
I
But
meant to mention that in the beginning when you showed that clip.
yes, with Mel. So honored though we had that with her. I was like, man, it hasn't been the same since she's been gone. I think that has definitely changed my energy a little bit. Like, I'm sure I'm going to snap out of this weird funk, but in the meantime, I'm fine with it. Like, you just gotta feel what you feel or don't feel. Like, my whole fandom started with Melanie, like literally. So yeah, I don't know. I said New York and the MJ community is just not the same without her. Period.
Yeah, even like the online events and stuff that
Because
we
she's
see.
good at getting people excited about things. She makes you want to like get behind what she's doing. That's such a gift. Do you think they should do a Michael Jackson hologram tour? I would be there, but some people be like, no, but I would be there.
It's not
I
Michael.
think we should all relax a little bit. Just wait till we get a teaser or more information. I agree. I think that's a good way to end the biopic stuff because as far as we know, the only thing that's been confirmed that the movie's going to be out for April 24th of next year. That's all we got.
Yeah, I mean, we're really honestly forced to relax. They said we're gonna make y'all relax. We ain't giving y'all nothing.
But if you go to the King of Popcorn, there is a Jafar feature in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Now, just because I probably won't be there doesn't mean I'm not gonna hate on y'all. Go, please go.
Ooh. She
Listen,
gonna hate on y'all.
no, listen, no, absolutely not. You know what's so crazy? Even though this is the brokest year I've been in a long time, I've had a time to deal with a lot of stuff that I wasn't dealing with. Like I just like I'm in a better headspace, even though I'm still having a crappy year. I'm in a better because if I would stop buying overpriced popcorn buckets and being foolish with my money, I would have had money to go. So this is all on me. I can't be mad at nobody but Trisha. So lucky for yourself. If you really want something, you gotta sacrifice. So you won't see me with popcorn buckets next year. Except for Michael. Giga, I love hold on. We're gonna have to get off this live soon. The problem is we're in a hot room and she's irritated and she's scratching me and she's scratching me. So there's not enough circulation. So I'm like, I'm fine, but she's not fine. And I'm like, I know what the problem is because we had to sleep in the living room because the living room's the only room with this circulation. But anyway,
I heard it was super hot up there.
it's very hot.
There's a way.
I'm fine with it, but she's not. And that she's my baby. So I gotta be okay with her. I have a dog who's panting and scratching me because she wants I put the fan on the floor. Oh, she left. She's so funny. She went to the window. This dog is so funny.
There's a way that you can make an air conditioner with a big plastic tub, a bunch of ice. You like cut out a hole and put a fan in the middle, and you cut out more holes and have two like tubings coming out.
No, we have a fan like that, but my refrigerator broke and all the you put ice in the fan and it makes it really cool. So basically, I don't have a refrigerator, so all the food's in the freezer.
Wait,
so now there's no food for ice. I'm like, I can't. So I lost like maybe $20 in food because it just all spoiled overnight. It was a mess. So my refrigerator's always been drama. If you ever look at the history of my lives, this refrigerator is broken every 5 minutes, and I bought a new one, and it's still drama. So I was like, what? So I don't know. I was like, I really don't use a refrigerator like that anyway, but I do need some ice so we could use the little ice cube feature in my fan. It's all good. We're probably going to chill in the living room today. There's a big industry fan in the living room, and she loves it. I love it, and it's a bigger room. So this room's a smaller. But I think that's it because I said one, she's acting up, and I'm low key tired. I will fall asleep. Any closing thoughts? Birthday or biopic?
Not that I can think of. Just try to have fun. Don't set any expectations. I mean, you can expect to have a good time, of course.
Yes.
But don't set any expectations for things that may not be a guarantee, like extra things, because if it doesn't end up happening, you don't want to like be disappointed and stuff. Um, you know,
Is anyone going to the Jacksons? Yep, I'll be there. I'll be there.
everybody sing it.
I'll be there.
Just call my
Um, and like I said, if y'all can go, I'm hoping, not that I'll be there, but I'm hoping there'll be more Jacksons there. That was, I was like, the one time I don't go to King of Popcorn, here's Taj.
Oh my god.
Come on. Come on. To y'all, to any Gary events. Usually I do, but like I said, I'm being transparent because I don't want people like, oh, you were hinting like you were going to be there. 90% I'll be in New York. It is what it is. I don't have the money and I'm going through some serious hardships. And I rather keep my apartment than to go on these events. However, I know a lot of fans will be at other events in general. So, like Hector just revealed he'll be at the King of Popcorn, so you know at least he'll be there. And like I said, I do know some tea. Y'all might, if you have the money. If you don't, then keep your behind home with me. But if you have it, then yeah, do it. These are Gary's epic because Gary does big stuff every couple of years, so this is their time. But you know, Gary's complicated. It would require me minimum to have two air flights and this, that, and the third. And even somebody was willing to drive me down there, but then we're like, what do we do with Giga? It's too many moving parts. It's not like LA. LA is like a bus ride to me. I know how to get to LAX, in and out, go to the lounge. I'm home within 30 hours. Gary, I've never been able to do that. So, Gary, you have to like really put some thought in there. But it's worth it if you can make it. Did you buy your tickets already? Seems like there's no ticket. No, I bought my ticket the first day. I wasn't playing. Like, cause whatchamacallit, we went to the Ohio, me and Tori went to the Ohio one. When I said their energy was here, I said, oh, I want to experience that again.
Mm-hmm.
You girl, so I had a root canal situation too. $3,500. That's why I can't afford to do nothing. That was my vacation money for the year. I was like, oh, it is what it is. And my face got swollen. I had no choice. I forgot what they said. They said my nerve died, and it was $27 to have it fixed, and another $300 and something just to tell me I had to go see a specialist. Wait, what? And we're still not done. I have to get a cap on it. I said, I'm over this. Oh, that's not bad. When my cousin went to the airport, a taxi was $50. That's not bad. Usually like for the airport, it's $80, $90 for me to get home. That's why I don't take Uber. You'll always see me on the train. Don't play with me. The only time I've taken a Uber home is if I land like at 11 p.m. Because then like everything doesn't work the same. I'm like, we're not going to do that. But it's rare I come home at night. I come home in the daytime for a reason. I plan on being there as a hometown girl and perform. Oh, and performer. I would love to be a presenter for the. Oh, that would be awesome. I'm not sure how they're going about it, but they are looking for vendors and stuff. But good for y'all that y'all having a good time. Listen, you know what? I'm grateful that at least I had credit there to cover that. But like I can't. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't. You know, it is what it is. I keep having obstacles, and I feel like that's God saying being still. I've never had so many obstacles in 1 year. So I was like, maybe I'm supposed to be in New York. And I'm good with that. You know? It's all good. Like, I never go against obstacles because that's God's protection. If you find that things keep happening, especially this year, like things just keep happening, it's telling you to be still. for whatever reason. Oh, okay. I actually went up there. Not I love. First time I went to Charlotte, so everybody down south says hi. Here come my New Yorker behind. Why is she waving at me? She don't even know who I am. Who is this person? So my fiance at the time, we're not together anymore. He was like, Trisha, just say hi. They're very friendly down here. New
Oh,
York,
Trish,
what?
you would hate it here then.
But New York is different. Like if you're too friendly, we'll be like, oh, they're casing my apartment. You know, like we don't trust your niceness.
Oh man. No, there was a girl on TikTok. She had a thick New York accent. I feel like she was in New York, but can't remember. But it reminded me of you so much. She said there was these two girls walking, and we're walking the opposite direction. So they're coming the direction that I'm walking from. And they're not moving. Like they're looking at me just talking and they're not making any effort to move. So I stayed there walking. And as soon as she got like close, almost touched her, she's like, "Are y'all gonna move? The F?" I said, "That is Trish."
But one lady did the other day. She was like walking towards me. I said, "Move," and I said it real mean because I'm like, so by the way, you're supposed to walk on the right side. So if you walk on the right side, there's no way we're bumping into each other. Here come these ding dongs on the wrong side, and I'm like, "No, you move!" Like, are you kidding me? Like, New York is too packed to be dumb. Like, it's not like Jersey or Connecticut or Charlotte. You could chill. You could walk on the wrong side. No one's going to cry. New York, you can cause like a walking traffic backup if you're on the wrong side. Like, I've seen fights over people being on the wrong side. I was like, I'm not going that far, but dang. I said, move. Yeah. Sometimes, and I mean, even now, like I was supposed to get a YouTube check. I got nothing. I'm like, I said, okay, that's it. We're done. Like, no YouTube money, nothing. I'm chilling. We speak in Chicago and Gary too, not as much as the South. Okay. You have to run. That's funny. Nothing's changed. No, New York is insane. Insane. My mother's from California, and the first time I went to California, I said, Mommy, why did your parents move y'all from Cali? It's gorgeous there. And, like my grandfather gave me an answer, but I didn't like it. I was like, what? I don't hate New York, but I just feel like it's overpriced. It stinks. And most important, it's overpriced. And apartments are small as hell. So it looks like it's weird. But at least I make the best of New York. I said I do take advantage of whatever's free. I just went to a pop-up for Fantastic Four. I missed Pedro Pascal because they were doing the most, but we had a lot of fun that day. So that's what I like about New York. We do have the most whimsical insanity here. Yeah, my mom's from Cali. My mom's a Cali girl. And she's so trusting compared to us. I'd be like, you are so naive, Mommy. And she's like, what? And I'm like, Mom, oh my God, you can tell you're not from here. like all my siblings be like, Mom, you're too trusting. But I think my mom's from San Francisco, but I would have to ask her dad. Actually, I need to talk to my grandfather. There's so many things about my mom I don't know and I can't ask anymore. So I was like, you need to ask her dad and her sisters. Her siblings are still alive. But I think the next time I see my family, which actually is in a few days, I'm just going to ask about my mom, everything about her. Everything she told me a million times, but I just never paid enough attention. And now I'm like, you should have listened better. But when you're young, and my mom died relatively young, I never thought she would go so early. It sucks. That was like, bro. But that's all I tell you. If y'all got your family around, whether it's your parents, your siblings, whatever, ask questions. Take pictures at every event. Like, don't take people's presence for granted, man. Like, don't. This is why I go so hard for the Jacksons. I'm like, these are like living legends. of music, and it's like if I like they're coming to Jersey, then I'll come and see them. Like, so I don't know. I've been to San Francisco. Now it's real bad. Yeah, I heard. Oh my God. I be seeing the footage. Hot mess. Yeah, thank you. She was actually part of our Jackson journey. She's a moonwalker. She's the reason why I love the family so much. But meanwhile, I ain't gonna lie, she loved Jermaine the most though. Jermaine was her boo in her head. She transitioned December of 2019. So it's like, Lord, so unexpected. Like she was in the hospital. She wasn't okay. Then she was okay, and then she was like, what happened? It was weird. So I said, man, you never know. But I always try to see my mom in the hospital. Thank God. But it's like sometimes people don't visit. It said, visit. If your parents go into the hospital, go visit them too. You never know how the outcome. Just go visit them. Like they'll be fine, but visit them anyway. Give them some flowers. It's sad, but I've gotten better. I come a long way. Amen. I said it's never easy though. Mothers, especially if you're cool with them, are the hardest. It's the hardest thing I've ever dealt with. So I'm so happy I made it back home last year to see 3 brothers performing. Get right. Oh no. So you went to the one. Oh wow. I think that's the one me and you wanted to go to, right, Tori?
Yeah, that was the one we was trying to like finesse a way to go.
We tried, but it's like I said, I can't figure out how to get in and out of Gary. They don't make that easy. Oh my God, you lost your mom young. That's crazy. I'm so sorry, man. That's a big loss. That is parents in general. Super, super tough, man. Super tough. I'm like, man. Like I even think about Tito's kids, and I'm like, they're getting themselves out there, and thank God they're honoring their dad by living their dreams. But it's not even been a year with Tito passing away, and I'm like, I'm sure it's hard, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it's hard.
Wow, it really almost has been a year.
Carol too, man. Yeah, that's one club. I wish nobody to be in no time soon. It is like life changing. Life changing. Like one of my friends just lost her mom, and we were talking. The next thing you know, we were both crying. Like it was like, man, it's just something you don't get over. It's no joke. I know. Unfortunately, that's what I have in common with 3T is we lost our parents in a similar time frame on both sides. So I lost my dad in 95. They lost their mom in 94. I lost my mom in 2019. They lost their dad in 2025. And we're all around the same age. So it was like, how do you lose both your parents before 50? That's ridiculous. That's cruel. Like some of my friends' parents are like 70 years old, and I'm like, what? My mom didn't even make it to her 63rd birthday. So that's why I said, if you guys got your parents, they could be a pain in the butt. I know they are, but I'm telling you, and appreciate them, man. God bless she made it to 96, but I'm sure you still miss her. I'm sure you still miss her because you're youngish, and I'm sure you weren't ready to say goodbye to her. Yeah, that's still considered youngish. Tito actually liked my post from the concert. I didn't share it because I was dealing with a lot of haters, but I was super excited. Don't worry about the haters, honey. People gonna hate you for. Listen, this is a true story. We're not friends anymore. But someone told me, I'll never forget it. They said, "Why are you so happy in the morning?" And that's what I realized. People are gonna people. Not that I'm grumpy, not that I'm why are you so happy in the morning? Wow. Do better, people. It's like, what? Oh, man. Oh, man, yeah. So we're going to end there before I cry. I know me. I feel it coming. But I am, hopefully you guys could do something locally or able to travel. And I'll see you guys somewhere. You never know where I'll be. It just won't be in my normal stuff. Tori, you still there? You awake?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry, I had to step away real
No
quick.
worries.
Back.
Just about to end the live. The dog's still scratching me. I'm about to cry. It's hot hell here.
Get that dog some air. Cause
No,
I heard it was
no, it's hot.
bad up there.
It's hot. Oh, okay. It's where I'm on that thing right now, but just try to put a private message and then I'll follow back and be like, oh, I saw you on the live, because I know I haven't really been on Instagram like that in general. So good night, everybody. Happy MJ week, or MJ day, my bad, /week. And I can't wait to find out where everybody is. I think what we're going to do, because one thing I realized, all of us will be separated for the first time ever. We might have a recap where we recap whatever we did, if that makes any sense. You feel me? Because I'm like, I think we're all separated this year, but that's okay. I think it's going to be a special live, and then hopefully, and don't forget about the Saturday station head for sure. So wait, is that all right, TJ? Okay, I definitely will be there then for sure. But good night, all. Love you, and thank you about the inbox. I'll check it as soon as I could. Good night, y'all.
Good night.
See you soon.
See y'all.
Thank you for watching this live or replay. Make sure you sub to this channel to get more content like this. Don't forget to like the video, share, and I will see you guys real soon.